Hi guys, it's Mark from Warfactory, and we're back. We're back after a few months of absence. Sorry for that. Last time was pretty rough because of the closing, opening, pandemics, non-pandemics, and other quests and jobs we had on our mind. But now I wanted to have maybe not very short, but a sum-up video of the last few months, what happens with Warfactory, what is happening with Dust, with what we've been busy with. So the most important thing is stock for Dust 1947. We've been able to, firstly, we had a new wave of items. This is the most important thing. So we had a new wave of items. You probably already saw on our website or at your local games shop. If not, please go there and have a look. There is a lot of very nice new stuff. We have support units for the IGN. We have new Ninja multi-option squad. We have new Ninja HQ. We have new multi-option squad for the PLA and for the Mythos. We have a new Mythos monster. We have a new vehicle for Axis and a new vehicle for Mercenaries. We're going to be showing you the pictures of these items during this video. So you're gonna see them, and if you haven't yet seen them in your shop or at our website, please do that because they're really sweet, very nice and high quality models from the studio as usual. So the second thing we managed to do, apart from this new wave of stuff that you can now buy, is getting a restock of some long haven't seen items like starter sets. So because of the pandemic for last more than a year, there was a problem if you were a new player, you wanted to get into the game with a new army, like you wanted to start the PLA or you wanted to start the Heavy Rangers, you wanted to start the Marines, and stock of these items was really problematic to get. But in the last months we were able to get a big restock of the starter sets and some other long-awaited items like the dogs for the Marines, the dog recon squad, and now they're back in stock. So if you ever wanted to grab a starter set, now it's a very good time, especially that there are some nice combos. So for example, PLA was always an army that was a bit lacking with the amount of units. We had a great starter set, we had a nice HQ box, and now we have a new multi-option infantry squad where you can create multiple different units inside, and we have the PLA Steel Guard units also, so you can have both heavy infantry and light infantry in the same faction of the PLA, which is great. And now this army really shines, and I recommend it if you are looking for a new army to play Dust. The PLA is now really a very good army. You have a lot of infantry to choose from. You have a few vehicles, most of them are very light, like the RSO, the PLA, the mortar team or the AT gun, but still there is a lot of options now with the hero box, with the starter set heroes. So I recommend PLA to anyone. And if you were looking for some of the older starters, like you really wanted to play the ENG or the Spetsnaz or the Heavy Rangers or Marines, now we have them back and you can buy them. You can start this army with us or with your local game shop if you're from Europe. So this is how it looks for Dust right now. Okay, so that was about stock for Dust. The next subject we have with Dust 1947 is the European Championship. We're working really hard to organize it this year, but sadly still, even now when we make this video in June, early June, the Polish government won't allow more than one person on 15 meters. Each person that takes part in the European Championship now needs 15 meters of free space if it's a fair or something like this. So we're struggling right now. We're hoping that they're gonna lift it a bit more so we can fit in one of the places we can hold the tournament at, because we expect at least 60-80 players this year, just like the last one. So we already have the scenarios done. We are making graphics for them. We're working on the on date. Right now the most probable is the last weekend of September. So this is the most probable date for the European Championship. We're working really hard to make it happen so we can meet and we can play the games again, but the conditions are not really easy. But rest assured that if nothing wrong happens, very late September or maybe early October, we're gonna have the European Championship in Warsaw again, as each year for the last few years. So this is the plan, and this is the situation with European Championships. To stay put on this subject, please follow our website, European Championship, or follow the Warfactory Facebook, or we're gonna probably make an official announcement here. But please, if you want to take part in it, be worried that we will be posting a very concrete info about this in the next 2 to 3 weeks when we finally have settled with the place we can hold it. So fingers crossed, guys. Okay, fingers crossed. So now we're gonna get a bit more into accessories and stock that came back in the last few months, and we haven't been on occasion to talk about this on the camera. So first of all, the very liked and very popular dice trays. from Warfactory with the game logos are now back. We even made one with Warfactory logo. If you like ours, just as you should, then you can buy it. But overall, if you're a Dust enthusiast and you like to play the game and roll your dice in safety of a dice tray, now it's possible to have these again. They're back in stock. Also, we are now in very close cooperation with the Polish company that makes transport cases and transport foam for miniatures called Safe and Sound. They are very close friends of us, and we're working on some very special dedicated for Dust 1947 that should be popping up, or is already popping up in shops and should be on our website now. And we're gonna make a special episode about this. The next episode is gonna be talking about this foam system dedicated to Dust. Today, I just wanted to show you that we discovered they make a dedicated miniature holders for these are for Song of Ice and Fire, and we just noticed that they have the same size as Dust miniatures, so the base size is identical. And thanks to that, these holders where you place and remove the miniature by base, as you can see here, it fits like that. It allows you to use the same solution to transport your Dust miniatures. You see, so if you're looking for something like this, which I didn't know even existed before the guys showed me this, and that you can use this for Dust miniatures, you can find it at Warfactory, or you can find it at your local shop probably if they cooperate with Safe and Sound, or you can find that Safe and Sound website also, and use this to simply transport your Dust in front of you, and it's really good. I must say that I'm really surprised that it works so well, and you cannot break them even if you try very much. So Safe and Sound guys, and we're gonna have a special episode about them soon, and this is already available on our website. Dust accessories, so dice trays, transport. Wargamer. The Wargamer guys made a special Kickstarter some time ago called Hot and Dangerous, and they made 2 editions now, and we introduced all of this to our web shop. You can also buy this in your local game shop. They can contact Wargamer, tell them that they heard about this from Mark from Warfactory, and they can get these miniatures in. And if you haven't yet known, Wargamer and Paolo Parente made a special cooperation, and Paolo drew this beautiful girl Joanna for them, and as a bonus you get a card. You get a dedicated Dust 1947 card for Joanna. Lieutenant Joanna Steiner, Luftwaffe. She's a dedicated Luftwaffe pilot, and she has 2 abilities costing 6 points: Defensive Pilot and Burn It. When Joanna pilots a Luftwaffe vehicle, it gains 1 extra range on all flame weapons. It doesn't move during this activation, if it doesn't move. And she's a defensive pilot, so she may mount a Luftwaffe vehicle using the skills were in the vehicle. If the vehicle moves during its turn, it gains a cover save. So similar to Crazy Jimmy ability, she gains a cover save if the vehicle moved. And she's a metal miniature, so that's worth noticing, that all of the miniatures that the Wargamer produces in the right scale for this it's a metal miniature. Very nice. I'm not a fan of metal miniatures personally, but this is how they make them. So you can have them in a proper scale for Dust. And there's a big range of military women with World War II. She's a paratrooper, no, she's a Marine, I think, or Ranger, sorry. You can have a Desert Scorpion girl, Emma the Desert Rat. So there's a wide range of girls from a wide range of historical times, and all of them are soldiers, so it's a very cool climatic range. And you can have them in the small scale with metal like this that fits Dust for Joanna, and others you can use just, as cover or objective elements. And there's also a bigger edition that costs a bit more, but it's 54 millimeters, I think. This is 28, and the 54 millimeters is made with resin. So if you're not a fan of metal, but you're a fan of resin, and you're just looking for collective miniatures, these are very good to go. Okay, so that was Dust accessories of the last few months released on Warfactory. So let's go to next subject. Okay, so as you probably saw, our web shop is expanding a bit. We're making a new version of Warfactory website because the old one is lacking now, because we became distributor for A Song of Ice and Fire for Polish edition for Poland, and with 2 systems on the old website and also a ton of accessories, we were expanding the website now. It's not working, and especially it's not clear as it should be, in my opinion. So right now we're finishing the work, or maybe it's already on when you're watching this episode. On a new Warfactory we can see the whole range of what we offer for Dust, for accessories for it, and for other systems, because also the webshop itself is expanding. So not only making a new website for you to use and to be easier to navigate and to find what you're looking for, but also to expand, because we are now including more of the Green Stuff World products now on our website, and they've been there for quite some time because it's a stock we acquired a few months ago, but because of how the website is made and because of the focus we put on, of course, dust miniatures, which are great, and it was a very good move. For example, if you're looking for, let's say, wet palette from them, also paint, you need to scroll down the whole shop and find it because there is no separate category, and now it's going to be a separate category for hobby elements, for hobby essentials like brushes, like paints, like stuff like this, wet palette, for Green Stuff World, and for the second of our producers that we now acquired and that we offer, it's Army Painter. So you can have both one of these, the Army Painter or the Green Stuff World, from our web shop, and they should have their own categories. We're gonna have separate categories for each of the hobby elements, like I mentioned, and it should be much easier to navigate the web store now and to use it. And also a thing that got lost because of this old website we're using is a new thing we distribute. So this thing we distribute, and this you can offer or you can ask about this in your local game shop, because we also sell it to game shop, and it's the Tinker Turf terrain. So the Tinker Turf is an American company that we've contacted, and they allowed us to distribute it in Europe, that makes high quality, very good quality cardboard terrain. So cardboard. You think cardboard, that sounds not very good, but this is very thick, very high quality cardboard that is already painted. So you should be seeing some nice images of what you can do with that. Basically, it's dedicated more to skirmish games. So maybe if we get a Dust Skirmish or a Song of Ice and Fire, maybe not, because it's industrial and science fiction. But if you play Infinity, or if you play Star Wars Legion, if you play some other, like maybe Marvel Crisis Protocol, if you play one of these games, you can use these as your terrain, because it allows you to create and set up terrain very quickly. It's very durable, and it allows you to make different battlefields very quickly, and it's very easy to assemble. There is no painting needed. It's already painted, printed in high quality. That's the word you should be using. And we offer 3 different color versions of a starter set, and some additional maglev train and rails elements. So it's a start. We're going to be expanding this brand as a new thing we distribute for Europe. So if you're interested in this, or maybe your shop is, they can contact us, and we offer it to them with a very good discount as usual from Warfactory for a shop. And so if you play skirmish, please have a look at this. I think it's the way to go, to have very lightweight, very nice and easy to set up terrain without needing to paint, glue, and then break the terrain because it drops off the table. This is just cardboard, so it's sturdy, but it doesn't damage itself so easily. And I bought it because our friend Michał, you probably met, said that it's great in quality, and we decided to invest in it, and he was right. So if you ever meet us at a fair or wherever, you can try it and you can see for yourself. Okay, guys, so that's this for today. That was a bit of, let's say, trade info episode, but I think I moved all of the things that changed in the last few months of the pandemic and stuff like this. We're good. We're still alive and kicking. We're going to shows. Let's hope the shows open, because I get a lot of questions about this also. So we're going to Essen, we're going to Salute, and we're going to Model Hobby Spiel. If you're going to one of these events, we're going to be there, unless, of course, they don't allow us. But for now, everything is open. And this is the plan for this year. And I hope next year, as more events open, and as the lockdown lifts, we're going to go to even more of these. Okay, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching. And I'm going to be seeing you in the next episode at Warfactory about the safe and sound dedicated system for carrying dust miniatures. Stay tuned. See you guys. Bye.